Hey there, BNI Maine. Niels Mack, your Executive Director. So this week's video is in the form of education through storytelling, my personal story. A lot of times people join BNI and we make the mistake of thinking the day we join our chapter, the entire chapter is going to become our clients. That's not how it works. We need to earn the trust of the people in the room in order for them to want to do business with us. But today's education is something further. We need to be okay if they don't do business with us. That's hard for some people to get. It's hard for some people to understand why the person in your chapter that you sit next to every single week would do business with your competitor over you. And I can tell you from personal experience, this happened to me. There's a gentleman in my first chapter that used my competitor just down the street for his business cards. And when he came to his meeting one week and they passed the business card book around, he had one card left and people were reminding him, hey, don't forget to bring more cards. And his response was, I'm out. I've got to order more. And the people in the room said, call Niels. He can get you more of those. And I'm sitting in the corner going, yeah. Call me. I'll get you business cards. So I booked a one-to-one with him that week because he did not call me. I gave it a couple of days, but he didn't call. So I booked a one-to-one figuring I'm going to get this sale. And I went into the one-to-one with the sole intention of getting a business card sale from him. What I found out during that one-to-one is that he had an amazing relationship with his printer who prints his business cards. They had a long-standing history. He had never been burned, not once. They produced a great product for him. He was happy. The second I heard that, I put my sales belt away and I said, I'm not going to sell to him. Okay, I was very early in BNI. I already hadn't learned that I wasn't supposed to sell in the first place. But I made the conscious effort not to sell to him because he was happy where he was at. And let's face it, if somebody's happy where they're at, they shouldn't have to change. They shouldn't want to change. They've built a relationship with somebody much longer than they built a relationship with you. They're happy there. Let them stay there. So what did I do? Instead, I went into educating that person on all the things that I did as a company that his other printer didn't do, that I knew they didn't do. Not comparing us to each other, but just educating. And I picked on the products that I wanted to do more of. That competitor didn't do vehicle wraps. I talked about vehicle wraps. I educated on vehicle wraps. Not selling, but educating. I built the trust, and over the years, I built the trust with that person in my chapter. 2 years later, that member came to me for their trailer wrap. I wrapped their trailer, and it's still wrapped to this day. That's a big, big win in my book. I could have gotten that little business card sale. I could have guilted that member into working with me, or I could have waited for the day where I could really help that member on something that is not somebody they already enjoyed working with. So all too often we think just because they're in our chapter, they should work with us, when that's really not what we're looking for in BNI. What we're looking for in BNI is to build a relationship so that you're referring me. You can work with whoever you want to work with. You don't have to work with the people in your chapter. You don't have to work with the people in BNI. You don't have to work with the people in the state if you don't want. But it's our goal to educate you and build relationships with you so that when you refer people in need of those products and services, you're referring to us. Now, that member I was talking about to this day still refers my business for all things, including business cards, because I built a trusting relationship with them in BNI to earn their business and their referrals moving forward while they're still doing business with that printer that was my competitor. Because they had a long-standing relationship. It was good. There's no reason to switch. There's no reason to pull away from that. But that member is referring me to everybody new, not that person they have a great relationship with, because that person is not building a relationship with them, is not seeing them every week, is not doing the ongoing BNI activity, but I am. So I'm getting the ongoing referrals, which are much more lucrative than that set of business cards that other printer gets from him every couple of years. So think about it. When you join BNI, don't expect to have 20 more clients all of a sudden show up because you have 20 members in your chapter. Don't expect them all to become your clients. Yes, a lot of them will. That's just the nature of how things happen. We want to help each other. But if they're happy with who they're working with, they're happy with their contacts, they have previous contacts, don't discredit what it took to get those contacts just because they're in BNI with you. Work hard for their future referrals. You may never get them, but the referrals that they can produce is what they're really going to make it beneficial for you. So that's my tip this week. Don't discredit people with their previous relationships. Work for the future relationships. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching. Happy networking.